beautiful state and a happy state right now? Colorado. Tonight, 10:15 Eastern Time, Kansas State comes in. This is exactly what Colorado had in mind when they hired Deion Sanders. Look at the turnaround in conference play since a couple of years ago, the year before Coach Prime got there. Now 2-0 in the Big 12 as AT&T is keeping us connected as we talk with Coach Prime. Deion Sanders joining us before that huge game against Kansas State tonight.
Make some noise, please.
Yes, they're welcoming you, Deion, as they did in the regular season this year. I'm thinking back. The last time you were on the field at Folsom Field, you had the Hail Mary to force overtime. You had the hit by Travis Hunter to win the game against Baylor. Then you go on the road and win impressively. What has that type of success done for your team as you go into a game with some serious consequences tonight?
Well, it gives everybody connected to this wonderful university confidence. It gives the young men, they understand that if we practice like we want to practice, if we prepare like we desire to prepare, these are the results that we can get. And I love it. I mean, I don't have to go deep down in my bucket for my motivational speeches because these guys get it right now and they love the results they're seeing.
Deion, I don't know if you've been with us earlier, but Kirk Herbstreit's on the move. Kirk, you have a question for Deion here?
Yeah, I'm actually going right down the runway right now. We're about to take off, so hopefully you can hear this, Coach. Congrats on your fast start. And real quick, talk about the physicality in this game and matching that against Kansas State in this game.
First of all, I love you and the dog. Let's just get that straight. Let's get that out the way, okay? I love you and the dog. Secondly, the physicality in this game will be phenomenal. You got two teams that's kind of matched. I like to think that we have some tremendous playmakers, but this team is well coached. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're not penalized a lot. So we're going to have to beat them. They're not going to give us the game by any means.
Coach, Travis Hunter is now second favorite in the odds for the Heisman, and obviously we get a chance to watch him.
How do you even fix your mouth to say that? How do you even fix your mouth to say that? Second. Like, second. Travis Hunter in second has never gotten along. Yeah, but you said it. You said it. You can't get into that kind of conversation.
No, Coach, I'm going to change it. We're going to change it right now with this particular conversation. He's behind Genty, obviously on pace for potentially 2,000-plus yards rushing, but Travis Hunter is doing something that nobody has seemingly done in college football. 127 snaps a game. Obviously, I think he's one of 10 players to average over 100 yards a game receiving. He locks down on the defensive side. What do we not know about Travis Hunter other than the fact that he is just an amazing football player, a once-in-a-generation type talent?
He don't drink, he don't smoke, goes right home after practice, study a ton of film, is one of the best human beings that I know. We have a race every Saturday morning to see who wakes up first to get one another to text. And he beat me this morning. He's like, let's go, Coach. I'm like, let's go, all right? So Travis, he loves the darn game of football, and that's what I love about it. We don't have to worry about what he's going to do on Saturday because we already know. And I love every bit of it.
Deion, I got to ask you, how's the fishing, man? Because the last time you and I went fishing, it didn't go so well for you.
First of all, 3 things for you, Coach. Number 1, the fishing ain't good, all right? I don't fish here, I coach here. Number 2, you stunted on the whole set. They didn't even get that. They asked you what car dealership, you say, Mercedes and Lamborghini. That was a stunt. That's the way to do it, Coach. I love it. That's the way to do it, Coach. And third, I forgive you for last week, but my favorite, Miss Terry had my back. I love you, sis. I love you, Miss Terry. I love you.
And she got on me because I didn't. I want you to know that, too. But just one thing that you think is the most important key in the game tonight.
We got to tackle. We got to tackle. Now, we can't have missed tackles. Penalties. This team is not penalized much at all. We got to match that. We can't do the dumb, stupid penalties before the ball even snapped. We can't have those type of penalties. I understand it if it's in the flow of the game, but like the pre-snap penalties are just ignorant and they're idiotic. We cannot go out there and beat ourselves. We got to make them beat us.
Yep.
What's going on, my brother? You're looking good in that hat, but I've never gotten the invitation to go fishing with you and Nick Saban, so I'm feeling kind of left out over here, like left out Lamont over here. But I wanted to ask you a question. After the Nebraska game, you guys won a 3-game winning streak. What changed?
Right. Oh, we got our butts kicked, and we analyzed it. We needed that butt kicking. Few of us start believing the hype, start believing the nonsense, and we got our butts kicked. Well needed, though, because we saw we were vulnerable in this area, we were vulnerable in that area, and we need to step it up. See, it's one thing to say you want to play for the Colorado Buffaloes, but it's another thing to get in here and play for it. And now you see your name being tarred and feathered. You see people talking about you crazy like you never had before, and you didn't like that. So what you going to do about it? Do something about that. Ball out, dominate, prepare for the game, and go out there and take no prisoners. So we're happy. I don't hate to lose by any means. You got to understand that, but I'm thankful.
We got to see a mic'd up of you, I think, from your social media where you restarted practice against Baylor because you said you guys think you just won by a bunch. It was a close game. You restarted practice. I think a lot of people don't understand that about you. You hold your team to be a very accountable team. Now that you're on a run and there's everything in front of you, what is your messaging going to remain, or are you going to change it a little bit for that team?
Oh, no. We remain. First of all, a lot of people think you must coach harder when you get your butt kicked. I think you coach harder when you win because now everything is so detail-oriented. And I'm a stickler on the little things, man. I'm old school. I know sometimes it may seem like I'm an old fool, but I'm an old school coach. And I love the old school principles. We're going to practice. We're going to work. We're going to pay attention to detail. We're going to watch a lot of film, and we're going to be prepared when we go out there.
Well, that's the one thing I love about you, Deion, is you're old school, you believe in discipline, you believe in doing things the right way, you grew up the right way, but you got this image, man, of being a great player and being kind of prime time, and I love that, and it's helped your program a lot.
Coach said kind of prime. I'm kind of prime time, Coach.
Match up against K-State. Can you match up against K-State and stop the run?
Well, first and foremost, the first thing we went out and got when we inherited this wonderful school, university, and football program is we went out and got some skilled persons that can really do it. Next, you attract the big because now when they see there's a deficit, they see we need protection for Shedeur. We need a pass rush for these wonderful cornerbacks in the secondary that we have. Now you start to attract them. So once we got the skilled guys, mainly the first as well as second year, and you go out and get the bigs to match, these guys want it. These guys can protect the quarterback. Everybody in the country know we keep Shedeur upright. We're going to do pretty darn well. That's an easy formula, as well as run the ball consistently. Secondly, we just got to stop the run, put some pressure on the passer, let him throw to this wonderful secondary that we have. I like our chances, and I like our specialists. We have some great specialists, and they're going to get the job done when they're called upon.
We can't wait to watch tonight, Deion, against Kansas State. It's going to be a great matchup, 10:15 Eastern on ESPN. Deion, thanks a lot. Always great to have you with us.
Make some noise for Coach Prime.
I love me some Coach Saban. I love him. Even though he didn't pick me, I love him anyway.
He was talking about stopping the run. They're one of 6 teams in the country that hasn't allowed a 100-yard rusher this season. They've been really good.